Don't go anywhere, because next up we'll be looking at the Rye Fields Model T34 85, kit number 5040. So welcome back to the channel, and this particular episode we're going to be looking at the T34 85 model 1945 number 174 Factory from Rye Fields Models. This kit number is 5040. It's 1/35 scale. Let's crack on. Let's have a look. So looking at the model, this is our box art at the front. Quite a nice simple matte finished coat to our box, showing the example of what we'll be model making. On the one side we have some CAD pictures of our model. Obviously clearly you can see there's going to be some photo etch involved. On the side we just have a repeat of our box art on either end, and then this is an advert for MIG to show you what colors you could use for the different variants. So without further ado, let's get in the box. Let's have a look. Nice sturdy box, and we've got Sprue 1, Sprue 2, Sprue 3, our hole, sprue bag 4, sprue bag 5, our decals, some photo etch, and our instructions. So let's look at the instructions we've got. Nicely laid out. Obviously the assembly icons on the front and a caution. Obviously don't chew this, don't eat it, don't do anything you shouldn't do, etc. And then straight into our build. So with Rye Fields Models, you've got a nice printout on the first page there of all the different sprues. If you should be concerned that you may not have all that you need, you can double check that. And then we're straight into our hull, putting our hull together, etc. Nicely laid out, very clear instructions from Rye Fields. Then obviously we've got our wheel assembly onto our hull, etc. And then our tracks. Then we're onto the upper hull, explaining what you need to put where, etc. As usual, as you would expect in instructions. Funny enough, James. And then obviously you've got to make sure you check, because you've got make 2 and make 3. So you've got different variants here in which may require different parts. So you need to keep an eye out for that. Obviously you've got our PE that's coming into play now as well. So nicely laid out. Nice colour picture there. That's a bit odd. Looks a bit odd on the page, doesn't it? But nicely done. Talking about the turret, etc., or making of the turret step by step. And then finally joining our halves together to make our T34. So you've got some variants there. You've got the 47th Armoured Brigade. You've got the 36th Guard Armoured Brigade and the 7th Guards. So lots of different options. Be careful. And then on the back page you've got some explanation of what's coming up, what else is available, and your workable tracks with all the references you may need. So we'll jump straight into our PE sheet. As you can see, the PE sheet is quite simple, not a lot going on there, but nicely detailed and put into a nice little bag to keep safe. Our transfers, which will white out because of the white on them on the camera, but yeah, not very many transfers to go on there, but nice and clear and crisp. Not a lot of carrier film that I can see, although I'm not taking it out of the bag right now. But yeah, they look pretty cool. So first up is our hole underneath. Not a lot of detail going on in there, but what little there is, as you can see, is recessed Our bolts are protruding nicely, so lots you can play with if you want to show the underneath, but like all tanks, you probably never see the underneath, but that looks quite cool. So we've gone from the underneath of the tank to on the top. This is the turret. Nice detail on our turret there. I'm hoping the camera will pick that out for you. Yes, there's some nice detail there on our turret that you can be picking out with your paint. As you can see, and the underneath the turret has also got the same texture on it as well. So yeah, that's looking promising. On the top smooth, and on the side is quite rough to touch. So on to our next sprue. This is our tracks, clip together tracks. Be interesting, I've not made them before. So, and our wheels there have got a reasonable amount of detail on. Nice bit of detail on our wheels, and the track surface is nice, so that will help put in a nice bit of texture, etc., if you want it muddy or whatever you want. So that's pretty good. You've got 2 of those sprues. Again, 2 of these sprues as well, which are your main wheels. Nice bit of texture going on here, and a little bit of recessed nuts and bolts and whatnot. So yeah, plenty to pick out there, but that's cool. On to our next sprue. We've got our mantle here and our hatches. Some nice detail on the hatches, grab handles, more hatches, quite a bit going on. What detail there is inside the hatches is there's not really a lot going on, which is a bit of a shame if you want them posed, but you can see that they're pretty nice. I'm not sure the cat hair was there to start with, so forgive me, but yeah, they're looking quite nice. Then on to our last sprue, which has got our main part of the tank top. Some nice raised detail, etc., on there that I can feel. Quite nice and clear and smooth plastic. Looking quite cool, to be honest. As you can see, our rear of our tank. And even with, if you choose not to use the PE, I'm guessing these 2 are parts in which you can substitute. So if you don't want to use a PE, you've got one there, and that's quite well presented in itself. But the PE will add a little bit more of a crisper detail to it. So there you go. That was our quick in-box review of the T34 85 model from Rye Fields. This is kit number 5040 in 1/35 scale. Looks quite a crisp looking tank and molding, and I'll be really looking forward to get my hands on this because it'll be my first Rye Field model tank that I've made. So if you've enjoyed this in-box review, please make sure you take the time to subscribe to the channel, ensuring you press the bell icon. That way you won't miss out on any of the upcoming releases that are going to be coming on this channel. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up because that will help. If you didn't, well, give me a thumbs down if you want. It'll take you just as long, but why don't you take a couple more moments if you didn't like it and tell me what it is that you thought I could do better. So hopefully I'll see you soon. Until then, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.